How's it going, everyone? I hope you all had an amazing week trading, as I know we did at Team Bull. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to identify the type of bounces I like to trade off the 20 EMA, how to manage your trade, and how to know when to take profits. But before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click that thumbs up button, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. For this example, I'm going to be using Walmart, ticker WMT. For those of you that trade with me, you know we've done really well trading Walmart off these bounces. First off, pre-market, you need to get up. Don't wait to right at market open to get up. You need to get up an hour or two before, get your morning going. I like to set this level within an hour of market open, okay? I don't like to go before that because this 20 EMA can move quite a bit in that time period. But let's take a look at Walmart here. This is the opening 1 hour candle. You find this level using the 1 hour time frame. Keep that in mind. As you can see here, this black indicator is my 20 EMA. We're looking at the hourly chart again. Simply identify where that is. But there's rules with this. We cannot have touched in this area any time during pre-market, okay? If we have, this trade is no longer good. We cannot take this trade. It's already tested this level. It's not as high probability anymore. As you can see here, we had not touched this area any pre-market. I simply, come down here. I use this drawing tool. I'm using Thinkorswim for those of you who've been asking what platform I use. Completely free charting. I love this. In my opinion, it's the best free charting platform out there. Possibly can compete with the one, you have to pay for. Anyways, obviously we can only use this strategy on stocks that are showing strength pre-market, right? Because we have to be above all this. We have to be above the 20 SMA, the 20 EMA, and preferably above the 9 EMA. Okay, so I simply mark out where that level is. Now, we know how to find this level. We know what to look for. We know what voids this level, okay? Now let's go to the 5-minute chart to talk about how we would get in this trade, things that would tell us not to get in this trade. This was a trade I did take. I made money off this trade, a very good trade. A lot of people in Team Bull made money off this trade. Okay. As you can see here, this is a 5-minute chart. This is opening 5-minute candle. We came up. I actually scalped this above pre-market highs. Then we come up. I was out of it pretty fast. Nice little scalp. Anyways, huge red candle down. I love when we had this big, huge red candle, but that isn't what I look for mainly. This, as you can see, as we come up, we had nice volume coming up to this level, right? Coming down, the volume was dying out a little bit. That adds to my confidence because if I see like a huge increase in volume on either of these two candles, that would indicate that we could possibly break through this support or this 20 EMA area rather. But we had the volume died down, took it right off this level, touched it nearly perfectly. Keep in mind, these are bounce areas. It's not exact numbers. So if you want to take a little early entry, you can. Just keep in mind, it does allow for a little bigger loss if we do fail this level. I bought in using a limit order. Had plenty of time to set that up. I used my active trader on here, so I can simply just click and it'll show me where my order is setting on the actual chart, even if I'm trading options. And honestly, I believe I got the best feel possible on this trade because I had it set right at that 156 like 0.25. You can see it didn't go much below that. I don't remember the exact numbers on my feel, but it was a really good feel. Spreads were decent on this trade. Walmart tends to have decent spreads. Walmart is very small account friendly, day trader friendly stock to trade. So I got in on this order. You don't always have time to buy limit. It's true. A lot of people ask me, Grizzly, how do you get in these trades? It just depends the type of trade and it depends the stock I'm trading, honestly. For this, we had plenty of time to prepare. We seen it coming down. I announced this in my channel. We could have had an order waiting to buy limit. That way we know exactly what we're getting filled at. If this trade was happening a little quicker, I would probably bought market or bought the ask. A lot of times if I take a trade off the opening candle, I do buy market if the spreads are good and we have good volume. If I'm trading a stock with bad spreads, there's no way I'm buying market. Anyways, we took this trade, nice bounce up. Keep in mind, I treat these as scalps. So when we have that bounce up, when I hit that, I take that first big move up on the bounce, I lock in some profits. Keep in mind, to me, 10% on a scalp is a good return. Nowhere else can we lay down $100, then pick up $110 seconds later, correct? When I take profits, let's say we had this bounce up, I took profits in this area here. My stop loss would be right here at my entry. That way, if we do fall down, I'm not giving any back, right? But if we continue on up, I have some runners to catch additional gains, and that's exactly what happened in this situation. Let me backtrack and say one more thing. I know options has, they move a little differently than as if we were trading shares. So let's say we lock in profits here and you want to allow just a little bit of room and you're okay with giving back what profits you have already locked in. You can simply set your stop loss down here just a little bit. That way you don't, get stopped out and maybe you can catch some additional gains. If you're okay with breaking even on the trade after locking in profits, feel free to drop that stop loss down just a little. Keep in mind, you don't want to end this trade red, and you want to allow for the charge you're going to get for trading options. For Thinkorswim, I think it's like 60 something cents starting out. You can negotiate this. I did negotiate mine. I got it down to 50 cents to open and 50 cents to close. So roughly $1 per contract. Anyways, now let's say we trimmed here. We had a nice move up back to what we closed at yesterday. That's the indicator on my screen here. It's called prior day close. That shows me what Walmart closed at the day before. So we took some profits here off this bounce. Now, me personally looking at my next price target, it would be up here around, this 20 SMA, because you can see it respected it on this 5-minute candle. Perfect price target. We had a little pullback on this one, as you can see. It should not have stopped you out. It did not stop me out. I was still in this trade. I did end up taking profits in this area just because I was really happy with that return. I was already up nicely on the day. As you can see here, there was a little bit left on the table. Not a whole lot. I feel like I executed this trade very well. The members of Team Bull did really, really well on this trade. I remember clearly some of them had over a 30% return on these options. But yeah, that's pretty much how I handle bounces. If we fail these levels, if we bounce down and fail these levels within 50 cents, or sometimes I allow to the right below the closest, like this 156 area, if we broke below that, maybe I would simply get out of this for a very small loss. I never stay in these trades hoping that it's going to go back up. If there's not some clear indicator that we're going up, I get out, I accept a small loss or break even trade, and I go on to the next trade. And that's how you trade bounces. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.